Now, after 2 disappointing years, there's fresh optimism around the Greek tourism industry. Data on early bookings shows strong demand from Germany, Britain, France and Russia. Greece is also expected to win business from travellers who want to avoid North Africa. And it would be a welcome boost for an economy that generates almost 20% of its wealth from tourists. Well, George Nikitiadis is the Greek Deputy Minister for Tourism, and he joins me now. Good to see you. It's some good news for tourism. That is good news for the country, isn't it?
It is good news for the country. We are working very hard in order to gain as much as possible from tourism. There are very good signs. There is optimism. Really, the markets that you have mentioned are showing a very significant increase in tourism, and we expect increase all over the world. I mean, all countries are showing increase on the tourist people that are going to visit our country, and definitely we are still fighting enough in order to make it better and better.
But you have been some reprieve from the EU, who've agreed to drop interest rates on the bailout debt, but in return for tougher austerity measures. Will the tourists notice any of those austerity measures?
The tourists are gaining a lot from it because we took very strong measures, one of which was to decrease VAT on the hoteliers on a 50% basis. So it came down half to what it was, and this, I think, makes the best offer on value for money proposals. So that was very good. We also decreased again the landing fees for the aircrafts, and that was also a very good movement because it makes cheaper for the aircrafts to approach our airports. And besides that, we took a very strong measure on lifting the cabotage that has been existing for cruising boats to approach our ports in Greece, and that also shows that there is going to be a very, very large increase on cruises in our country.
But can you afford, with those austerity measures, to continue repairing or building new infrastructure?
We're doing that at the same time because do not forget that there are still programs from the European Union, and we're working very hard on that. But besides that, the most important is that the private sector is showing a very great interest to invest now in Greece. I personally have been visited by many people who are interested in investing on the tourist sector, and therefore I believe that the infrastructure, let's say ports for instance, will be contributed by the private sector. I had visits on this special field, people asking how could we come in the picture and build ports for cruising in Greece. So this is one small example that shows how good the situation is getting.